The Galactic Council chamber was an architectural wonder, a vast dome suspended in the void of space, its walls lined with pulsating star matter. Delegates from hundreds of species filled the amphitheater, their voices rising in a chaotic symphony of alien dialects. It was a rare session, called to address a growing anomaly in the outer spiral. The council had gathered to discuss the sudden emergence of a new spacefaring civilization, one that had leapt from primitive rocketry to warp drive in less than a century, a feat unheard of even among the more aggressive member races. Ambassador HIFY of the Creel clicked its mandibles, projecting a holographic dossier into the center of the chamber. This species calls itself humanity, it announced, its multifaceted eyes reflecting the glowing script. They inhabit a small, water-heavy planet called, it paused, Earth. Instantly, the chamber shifted from chaos to silence. The name hung in the air like a supernova about to collapse. Delegates who moments ago were shouting over one another now leaned back in their seats, antennae drooping, frills flattening, or bioluminescent skins dimming. Earth, hissed Delegate Morcar of the Sci-Fi Combine. That word has not appeared in any council record for millennia. Are you certain? I have verified it thrice, HIFY replied, its voice clicking faster now. This is no coincidence. Their coordinates match the forbidden Sector 7 Gamma. They call themselves humans. Their homeworld is Earth. From the upper tiers, the gelatinous envoy of the Auxan Federation rippled with agitation. This cannot be. The last time a species from that region arose, entire empires fell. The council speaker, a towering avian known as High Talon Verix, tapped the resonance rod to restore order. We are not here to trade ghost stories. Present the findings. HIFY complied. The dossier unfolded into multiple layers of data, population growth curves, technological timelines, intercepted transmissions, and grainy footage of humans walking on their moon. Observe their progress. Less than 2 centuries ago, they were bound to their atmosphere. Now they build colonies on Mars. They develop weapons at a rate disproportionate to their biology, hissed Morcar. Their wars burn like suns, yet they recover stronger after each one. Such resilience is unnatural. The Auxan delegate trembled, shedding iridescent flakes into the chamber's gravity well. Resilience? No. This is a harbinger. Do you not recall the tales of the old war? The primarchs of the spiral feared only one name, Earthborn. A hush deepened. Even Verix hesitated, his wings folding tight. The old war is myth. We have no evidence humanity is related to those destroyers. Yet the signs are there, HIFY pressed. Rapid adaptation. Cultural fragmentation, but unified when threatened. An obsession with exploration. They do not simply endure, they thrive in chaos. That is why they are dangerous. A reptilian voice rasped from the shadows of the chamber. It belonged to the Veth Dominion's envoy, a species older than most of the council combined. You fools. I told you this day would come. The cycle begins again. Delegates turned, uneasy. What cycle? Demanded Morcar. The Veth envoy's eyes glimmered like dying stars. A species arises from the depths of despair. It learns to break its chains. It spreads, not for conquest but survival. Empires mistake this for weakness, until they are gone. The last ones called themselves Terrans. They burned the galaxy clean before vanishing into the dark. The chamber vibrated with whispered translations. Even the AI embassies paused their processing. Terrans. Earth. Humans. The words were too similar to ignore. Verix finally spoke, his voice quieter now. If what you say is true, then we cannot treat them as a primitive world. We must decide now, do we welcome them or quarantine them? No, rasped the Veth envoy. There is no welcoming. No quarantine. You must either destroy them before they awaken, or prepare to kneel. The holographic dossier glowed brighter, filling the chamber with the image of Earth, a small, blue world, spinning quietly in the dark. And every delegate, no matter their species, felt a chill ripple through them. The holographic Earth spun silently above them, oceans glittering with reflected starlight. To some, it looked harmless, even fragile. To others, it was a symbol of encroaching doom. Ambassador HIFY's mandibles clicked nervously. We cannot act rashly. If we make first contact with aggression, we risk awakening instincts we do not yet understand. But if we do nothing, their expansion will reach us within centuries. The Auxin delegate quivered, its form losing cohesion. Centuries? Look at the rate of their growth. They consume knowledge as if their brains are designed for it. They will not take centuries, they will take decades. Morcar slammed a clawed fist onto the railing of its podium. Then strike now. Glass their world before they can bring the fires of old upon us again. An immediate roar erupted across the chamber, each delegation arguing in overlapping voices. Some demanded diplomacy. Others demanded eradication. A few, the most ancient, whispered in dread, unwilling to even voice their opinions aloud. High Talon Verix raised the resonance rod once more, but this time the chamber did not fall silent. Even the rod's authority struggled to quiet the council's fear. He had to shriek above them, feathers puffed in aggression. Order! Order in this chamber! At last, the noise subsided. Verix spoke again, his tone edged with unease. We are not monsters. If we annihilate them without provocation, we risk becoming the very terror we fear. I propose observation. We send covert envoys to Earth. We learn the truth of these humans. The Veth envoy leaned forward, scales creaking like ancient stone. You will not like what you learn. HIFY expanded the dossier again, this time showing intercepted transmissions, human films, news, and archives. The chamber watched scenes of human history, wars that consumed continents, revolutions that toppled empires, disasters survived through will alone. The footage shifted to Apollo rockets, space shuttles, and rovers crawling across barren worlds. Morcar spat in disgust. Violent. Self-destructive. Reckless. A species doomed to collapse under its own weight. The Auxin delegate's voice trembled. No, not doomed. Not collapsing. Learning. Always learning. Every failure fuels their rise. Every scar makes them harder. A delegate from the Avis swarm, a hive-minded insectoid race, clicked in harmony. We recognize this pattern. They fight one another, yes. But the moment an outsider threatens them, they unite. Such unity from division is a weapon far sharper than claws or fangs. High Talon Verix folded his wings slowly. Perhaps that is why the word Earth frightens us so. It is not the planet itself, it is what it represents. Rebirth. A cycle we thought long broken. The Veth envoy's tail lashed against the floor. Do not delude yourselves. You cannot control them. Once they reach the stars, they will reshape them. The galaxy will no longer be ours, it will be theirs. For a long moment, no one spoke. The dossier continued to project, now showing human DNA sequencing, medical advancements, and AI research. The humans, it seemed, were not simply expanding outward but inward as well, remaking themselves at the genetic and technological level. They meddle with their own essence, hissed Morcar. This is heresy. No council race has dared such reckless tampering. HIFY's mandibles clicked with unease. And yet they survive. Their experiments do not destroy them. They endure mistakes that would have ended lesser species. The Auxin delegate spoke in a hushed tone, like liquid dripping in silence. Perhaps they are not a species. Perhaps they are something else, something that cannot be broken. High Talon Verix's feathers lowered in resignation. Then we have only two paths before us. 1. Open our arms, risk that they become allies. 2. Unleash war before they know we exist. The chamber shivered at his words. War against Earth. The thought was terrifying, not for what humans were now, but for what they might become if they survived. The Avis swarm clicked in chorus. The hive chooses patience. Watch, wait, and learn. Strike too early, and you forge their unity. Strike too late, and you meet extinction. Morcar's scales flared with anger. Cowards! You would gamble the fate of the galaxy on observation. The Veth envoy only chuckled, a sound like grinding stone. It is not cowardice. It is inevitability. They will rise, whether you act or not. Silence fell again as every delegate turned toward the image of Earth. That small blue orb, insignificant to the cosmos, now loomed larger than any fleet or empire. High Talon Verix lowered the resonance rod with a heavy motion. Then it is decided. We watch. We wait. But we prepare. The chamber buzzed with reluctant agreement. Covert envoys would be sent, secret eyes to observe humanity's every move. But in the hearts of many, fear continued to bloom. For fear had a name now. A name whispered in trembling tones. A name that echoed through the chamber like a prophecy. Earth. Humanity. And as the council adjourned, countless stars seemed just a little dimmer, as if the galaxy itself understood the storm that was coming.